probably late 1800s, early 1900s. This is a soy sauce jug, so that Chinese workers were eating a different diet than the white workers. The white workers were being fed by the railroad. They would get boiled beef and potatoes. The Chinese workers had to provide their own food. They would hire a cook. They would have provisions. They ate vegetables, they ate fish, they ate chicken, and as a result they were much healthier. They drank tea.
I read that.
It kept them fit. Right. And you can see we've got a set of early chopsticks. And one of the big effects of Chinese workers is not just building a railroad, but introduction of new foods. And so it's a really interesting experience. It also meant what we often forget is the story of the people, the business people, the six companies in San Francisco, the people that are provisioning them. And that's the real building of the Chinese community. It's the people who support thousands of railroad workers. But you can see it was tough work. This is a typical Chinese camp. There, Chinese workers had to live in tents. The white workers would be in hotel cars, in box cars that had been converted into apartments. So there was segregation even in this time. And then here on our digital reader, we have the objects, and we play this out into more detail so that you can look at these pictures and get even more information. And then online, we get 4 million visitors coming to the exhibitions here in American history. But online, our visitation is even greater, and we provide even deeper resources. So there's more information, sharing hundreds of objects, more stories, and what we really want is communities all around the country who are frankly that we're not satisfied with our 4 million visitors, but we want every student in every classroom to be able to share the story, to have high school teachers, college students be able to look at it and have access to the national pages. Not everybody can come here, but by digitizing all this material, it becomes more available. And that's our goal. So should we find your district? What it actually, you're down the coast, right? So you would be.
We're heading to the beach.
Here, right.
And these are all same area.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, right around there.
And you can see California. The islands aren't quite right, but at least close. This is a fascinating map of itself, and you see the different Native American tribes that are here, all the mineral resources, gold, silver, things like that, that really make it possible.
What is the year that this map
This is 1868. This is the year before it's met. But you can see that they knew where at that point where they were going to meet. And of course, these are all territories. California is a state, and Oregon is a state. But the rest of the country is over here, and there's kind of this big gap. So the last state, you're standing on the last state right here, and you can imagine that here we are today in D.C. all the way here. To be able to communicate there would be extremely difficult. And I think it really is this story of infrastructure that's so important, but the people behind it. It doesn't become a simple economic story. It becomes a story that's so human, so rich, and all of the unimportant consequences.
I was just saying, we're actually in the research.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Did you find that all this discussion of Chinese in labor, were there any accounts of Chinese actually acting more like engineers, or were they just hired humans?
I think there's some Chinese still, so that Chinese workers are at first both menial or labor. Particularly elsewhere that sometimes they're using more, and they start to skilled work from the industry and but engineering is serving public health. But the story that's very important about his story which is interesting because there was discussion of that while there was 10,000 to 15,000 workers, Chinese workers out here, there's also an infrastructure and so there are workers in San Francisco that are loaning money to bring more people in. They're bringing food. They're growing food here. They're importing food, and those materials are being pushed out and so the workers that enable that merchant class to follow. And in many respects, that's a really key story because most of these men, most of the railroad workers are bastards who remain bastards. Like you said, I'd like to have an opportunity to marry to settle down. But the merchants, the very few merchants that have an economic, it's a huge shot of alarm in terms of building the economy, and that's the seed that grows into the tree.
Right.
I heard, I don't know if this is true, that the Chinese workers not only brought their labor, but they actually brought technology, which was the gunpowder. I understand that that was a huge contribution to speed up the
Well, no, the gunpowder was the black powder. I mean, certainly in terms of origins of powder, is Chinese, but that's hundreds of years earlier, and it had extensively been used already. So that technology was in place. Right. It is a very complicated kind of story, though. A lot of little pieces to it.